Welcome into the Extra Point presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on 710 Old Hickory Boulevard for Nashville's best meat and three, craft beers and more. The neighborhood meets at the corner. And Zach, going into preseason game number 3 for the Titans, training camp's over. We've seen 2 preseason games, but what's your number one concern for the Titans offense at this point still?
Well, I think it's very easy. It has to be Corey Davis. The health of the number 5 overall pick is in complete question. I haven't seen the guy jog. I haven't even seen him run in place.
True.
That hamstring, which can be looming, that is one of those muscles that you don't want to mess around with. That is my number one concern. John Robinson, that's the first wide receiver taken in this year's draft. John Robinson got him, hasn't been on the field.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
When we've seen him on the field, he's looked really, really good. He hasn't been running.
The practice field.
The thing about him not running, the fact that us media members have not seen him running is one thing. But also, we never saw Tajae Sharpe run at all. And I mentioned this on Titans Thursday.
Hamstring and a broken foot is different.
But they're both involved running. And you would think Tajae Sharpe would have been running at some point before they say, you're a full go for practice, and he goes out there and doesn't skip a beat.
But we don't know his timetable. We are completely in the dark. It's like Andrew Luck. We don't know when he's going to play.
I get you. No, that's a fair concern. Absolutely. You want to see Marcus Mariota get as much time with his brand new toy as possible.
I'm curious to see where you're going to go because that's got to be number one.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. I could go a couple different directions for really what the second concern is for the offense. I could say DeMarco Murray, the whole starting unit hasn't been on the field together, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go backup offensive line because I know there's going to be an injury at some point on the starting offensive line. Josh Klein has been okay. He's still the weak spot of the starting unit, but the backup O-line has been really bad and really inconsistent throughout this training camp. Like Tim Melito, they brought in to be the swing guy, hasn't really done much, so I don't know who to trust on that second unit.
Also, no Sebastian Tretola. They cut him because of his offseason slip-ups, let's just say that. And you're right. There was an injury last year. That was to Chance Warmack. That also opened the door to Josh Klein. I like that. I think that's probably the number 2 concern in this Titans offense.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to stay healthy in the National Football League, and that offensive line was the reason why they won 9 games last year.
My point is it would be great to have Brian Schwenke right about now, but he's up in Indianapolis trying to fight for a starting job with the Colts.
Also, the change this year in how you cut players, I bet you John Robinson goes out and gets some depth at that offensive line once the full cuts are made.
I agree with that. That's today's Extra Point presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.